So I'm going to do a poem which is kind of about what, existentially speaking, is the last human freedom. Because there is one freedom that can never be taken away from us, and I find it quite irritating that this is never spoken of in the mainstream or what have you, so I make a point of banging on about it as often as I can. But there is only one true human freedom. There's only one thing that cannot be taken away from you under any circumstances, including being incarcerated in a concentration camp or tortured. In all of those situations, you can lose your physical and mental and emotional freedoms, but the one freedom that can never be taken away from you is your freedom to choose your response to what happens, your attitude. Our attitude is our greatest human freedom, and sometimes that's not, I think it should be taught to kids very early on, that whatever happens to you, you can always choose how to perceive it, what meaning to give it, how to respond to it. So I wrote a poem in celebration of this power that we have of attitude, and it's called Attitude Kings, and there's a bit of audience participation. Are you with us? Are you with me? You up for some audience participation? Yeah. Everyone ready? Okay, here we go. Attitude kings, 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 attitude kings. See, the world is divided into two types of people, and I'm not talking about who I think's good and who I think's evil. I'm talking about the people who disbelieve the unbelievable. I'm talking about the achievers who achieve the unachievable. These are the people who seek to perceive the imperceivable, to dream the unfeasible and seize the keys to the unreachable. Somehow they're able to make the meaningless meaningful, to appease the unappeasable and redeem the irredeemable. And when they make mistakes, they make sure they're only venial. They do what needs to be done, even if it is completely meaningless. They're utterly dynamic, yet remain serenely peaceable. They never seem to panic. It seems like they've already seen it all. In a sense, they can seem extremely unreasonable. For them, no disease is untreatable. Their attitude's unbeatable. It's inconceivable. Their inspiration isn't streamable. So I wrote this for it to be shared right here between us all. Attitude kings, 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 nice. Attitude kings, 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 attitude kings. And then there's the other 99% of humanity, lost in vanity, insanity, and Bible Belt Christianity, ecological destruction, materialist induction, and numerous forms of hyper-violent tribal eruptions, transport disruptions, shopping mall constructions, credit crunch hunger, and public service reductions. Billions live in poverty with no political suction, yet often live more meaningful lives than half the population of London, where narcissism has now reached epic proportions. What's next? A reality show called My First Abortion? Caution, you're now a product of corporate extortion. Viewing mass media distortion as totally awesome, while acute social torsion causes more and more sons and daughters to be forced into dark and falsely awkward corners, and given no quarter, they're reborn as fallen street mourners, leaving parents who are no more than poor soul-broken mourners. Attitude kings, 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 attitude kings. Yeah, the world's in a mess. Tell us something we don't know. Yeah, the human race looks like it's going the way of the dodo. What can I do though? Or Napoleon solo? Well, you can stop blowing your own oboe and get to work in your attitude dojo. No, you don't think so? You want to go on a go slow? I'm young, I want to have fun, I want to get jiggy like a bonobo. Yeah, I should cocoa, but if you don't want to be a no-show, all life asks is you give it 100% of your own flow. See, it's not about what you do, it's about the way that you do it. It's not about what happens, it's about how you respond to it. So when life bites, don't swallow the meaning until you chew it, because come judgment day, you either loved it or you blew it. See, nothing really matters, it's a song life sings. So when death comes to call, you won't give a toss about your bling. What the world needs is the inspiration only you can bring. So be your own inspiration, be an attitude king. Attitude kings, 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 Attitude Kings. We nailed it, right? How many rehearsals, guys? Tell them.
None.
None, if you include the drums. If you meet Tom drumming on the table, we've had like 1.5.
In the car on the way.
In the car on the way here. So that was quite good. That went down.